The Vice Chancellor of this great university, the keynote speakers, other principal officers of the university, distinguished invitees, particularly the distinguished awardees of excellence, and the ambassadors. Let me start by saying that I've been autocratically appointed, and unfortunately for me, I left Daura yesterday, from Daura to Kano to Lagos, and overland delayed us this morning until very late. So I apologize for coming late. So there was no time for me to consult with my colleagues. And for me to speak on their behalf, I need their mandates. So that's why I believe it will be good for us, since we are meeting on this platform. For that, I can't just come to talk on their behalf. And they are all here with us, with me, and I therefore believe that if I say what they do not believe in, they cannot say they were not there, because we were all here. So if I say anything you do not believe in, please let me know. When you say, I will know that. There are 6 people in the town. So there are many alumni who are distinguished themselves. And we are just adults of the University of Unilorin. But you are distinguished ambassadors. Distinguished because of what you have done. And you have additional responsibilities, more than the responsibilities of the other ambassadors that all of us are. So I want each and every one of you, the ambassadors, to continue to say distinguished ambassadors, because that's what you are. For us as distinguished alumni, we want to, I think it's a challenge. I'm very sure that with VC Futa, with Awa himself, I can see that the whole, you see, we had problem yesterday in Daura because there are so many VVVIP. So we had, even plane could not take off hours because of so many things. Some planes are bigger than some planes. So we could not leave until almost midnight yesterday, because some flights that even in heaven there will be some so that was the problem. So here too, when I come here and I could see the whole area looking like a military place, I know that somebody is here. And I believe that the fact that we have our national chief immigration officer, the chief immigration, I know that I'm not just talking of being immigration general. I'm saying it's the national chief immigration officer of not just Nigeria, but also of Africa. So we are very proud to have you here. Of course, my sister, everybody, you know the role she played in the central bank. We thank God for your life. The VC for life, because he has been VC for 15 years. And I do not know of anybody who had been vice chancellor of distinguished university in this country for 15 years. But here is one that you have seen. My daughter, I can say that of Tanwa, though I don't want to be guilty of contempt of court, because she's a justice of the court of appeal. And my brother, almost for life, Professor Charo. And of course, if I say my brother for life, I have my own disciple too, Professor Kilani, who was also, by God's grace, my student here at the university, but now a professor at the University of Port Harcourt. On behalf of all of us, I want to thank this university, and I want to specially acknowledge the innovation, the thinking, the innovative ideas of the current Vice Chancellor. I was not the leader, but I was part of a team that decided that the University of Unilorin should not be part of the maddening crowd of awarding honorary degrees. You will find out that many may not have noticed that University of Unilorin will not award honorary degree the way others. I can't remember of any in the past 20 years. Because we want to be different. But it is enough for a vice chancellor who has no idea to start thinking that that had been an obstacle to the vice chancellor. But here it's a vice chancellor who felt that, yes, there was merit in that decision, but there is also a way of doing it in a way that is very dignifying and will be impactful. I'm not aware of any honorary degree that you will award to any of these people here that will make the type of impact that you have made today. So it's a way of creativity, creative thinking, to be able to know that you can have the impact without going through the popular but ineffective mode of doing it. Honorary award degrees have become that even many people they award to now, they send people. Some even send their drivers to represent them because it had become worthless. I want to thank you, the Vice Chancellor and your team, for this idea. And for all of us, I think it's a great honor, and we pledge that we will continue to serve this university, this nation, and humanity at large. Once again, we thank you. Thank you very much. You didn't talk up. Oh, okay, there was no call. Thank you very much. We thank you. If you are talking about money, you know that we don't have. But we have a white boy in here. He has money. I don't know. I'm not sure of the former said our money was with you. So it's very likely. And it was safe. So, but I know that if it is about money, God, I remember some 45 years ago, we were talking, and this Yusuf Olaoluwani was one of us. We were young graduates, and they were thinking, everybody was talking of what they wanted. And I told them that me, I don't want money at all. I don't want God to give me any money. All I want is all of you, my friend, may God give you money. So at least you will not be looking at me. You will give me some. And it will be easy for me when I return to Allah. I will be able to say, Wallahi, and he gave me this money. So I will just be able, how he got it, I pray that you. So it has been my ambition and my prayer that Almighty Allah will bless people around me, will give them enough money, and I will be kind to them so that they can also give me part of it. But the day that it matters most, I pity them. Because on the day that we will have to account, my load will be very, very light. I will be sympathetic to them, but I will not be the one carrying the luggage. So it is because of this that I know that if it is money, God had given us somebody who can pay on behalf of all of us. On behalf of all of us, we thank you, and may Almighty Allah be with you. But if you want money, I will give microphone to our white boy. Oh yeah. On our behalf. Ahead. Anything.
Kuyan, Nigeria, Ageshika, our royal fathers, the Vice Chancellor, please permit me to start on the existing protocols. I've been mandated by the 10 of us, I should pledge a sum of 10 million naira on behalf of each of us, making 100 million naira. If you don't see a lot in the next 2 days for 100 million naira, please contact our leader here.
Thank you. Please help me thank him by rising. 100 million. Please, thank you.
Everybody hands up. And they say that. And they say that. And they say that. 'Cause all I do is bleed. And if you going in, put your hands in the air.
Ludacris going in on the verse, 'cause I've never been defeated and I won't stop now. You can hear the beat in the sky for the homies that ain't making it, my soul's locked down. I never went nowhere. What they saying, Luda's back. Blame it on that contour. The hood call it Luda, yeah. I'm all been fooling the track, so I spit my soul into love. My hands go up and down, like strippers' booties go. My birthday, you'll be
Thank you and congratulations, sirs and guys. Praise Hallelujah, welcome, man. We are to listen to the two recipients of Award of Excellence. I'm inviting first Dr. Adeyemi Mutadawa Adeniyi.
Take it in, but don't look down.
All adoration to Almighty Allah, the only one that knows the beginning and knows the end. He knows the end from the beginning. I'm not an outsider in University of Unilorin. My story is a bit funny. I applied through JAM, got admitted in 1988 to come and study microbiology, University of Unilorin. But I have an uncle who believed that I was too brilliant. And he said, why will you go and study micro part of biology? Therefore, he told my father, this boy will not go to that school. He wants to study microbiology. Therefore, we canceled the admission. That was how I did not come in 1988. 1989, I applied again. This time around, I listened to him that I should come and study biochemistry. I applied, I got admitted. And I came to the University of Unilorin. The person that even helped me was Professor Offer. I will eternally be grateful to him. But unfortunately, I had 2 admission letters. It was just 3 days to our matriculation in Unilorin that I got to know that there was another admission letter waiting for me at home. So to me, I believe they didn't want me to go to school. So when I got over, they gave me geology. I said no. My uncle said I should study biochemistry. So just because I wanted to return to Unilorin, and they said no, for this part Unilorin is too far. They didn't know Unilorin was too far when I came. But because I had another admission, so we went to meet the Dean of Faculty, Obafemi Awolowo University, who graciously gave me my biochemistry bag. So I had no reason other than to study biochemistry from Obafemi Awolowo University. So that's how I became, and so funny, this award of excellence, the two universities are giving me at the same time. Unilorin coming first. And if it's on the 29th. So on behalf of my partners and my company and my family, I'm eternally grateful to the Vice Chancellor, University of Ilorin, Professor Abdulwahab Egbewole, for giving us this honor. We are not the best and we are not rich. What we have is the passion for education. Looking at the next generation, where I graduated from, I always look back and said, if they were to do what I started 25 years ago, would they be able to get there? Nigeria is becoming more difficult, and the next generation is so important. Because of this, my company and myself, we are going to deliver 250 million to the University of Ilorin.
Trying to cut these walls.
We didn't actually clap. Please, let's put our hands together for Dr. Adeni. And lastly, ladies and gentlemen, please join me as we welcome Dr. Tunji Olowolafe. You're welcome, sir.
The Vice Chancellor, the special guest speaker, Professor Yusuf Ali, members of the Governing Council, the Royal Highnesses, distinguished awardees, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. You know, you get confused when manufacturers donate 250 million naira. You get more confused if they're from Ife and not Ilorin University. I've gotten a lot of WhatsApp messages from my medical students. We got to medical school in 1979. I got to University of Ilorin in 1978, and that's 47 years ago. Ilorin gave me education. Ilorin gave me character. Ilorin gave me identity. So the other day, one of my young adults, I call him, schooled in Harvard. So he asked me a question. I said, your problem is that you went to school in Boston, you didn't go to Ilorin, which is central to Nigeria. You would have had a better network than I do have. So your best bet, just dobale for uncles and daddies, keep character, you will inherit the network that I do have. But the most important thing that Ilorin gave me was my family. I met my wife in 1978. We were classmates in science school. Then we left, and unfortunately, I lost my wife 11th of March this year. But we are grateful to God she's resting in peace. I will not say much today because I didn't plan this, but you know the Vice Chancellor, he had called that
I needed to say a few words. But I'm going to reverse this. There's a lot of money in the world looking for destination. That is why, please, you need to listen carefully to me. That is why it looks like it is scarce. It's not scarce. We just need to be focused. We need to pay attention. We need to be detailed. We need to be grateful. Let's start with Nigeria. We have 220 million people, diverse oil and gas, lithium, whatever it is, we do have. But what may be missing is to be deliberate. We need to be deliberate as a university to make it the Harvard of Africa. Our university has access to NEL fund for our students. If you check, you are entitled to 20,000 naira per month. I'm not a government official, but I do research all the time. The government will pay for your tuition. There's a moratorium of 2 years. Until you get a job, you don't pay back, but there's no interest. The industrialist, my colleague, will tell you, if you're not paying interest, it is free money, is not anywhere in the world. So we need to just focus, educate our students. The second one that is also available is the third fund. If you read the latest revenue service bill that had been signed, it is there directly that third fund has 2% of Nigeria's revenue. So as a Unilorin University, we need to have dedicated departments that will research, publicize, mobilize, so that we can benefit our students, we can benefit as institutions to help us develop our university. So those are but we'll talk about international at a later date. When I luckily, apart from Unilorin, there's also another state that had done well for me. It is Ekiti State. I am from Are Ekiti. That's my two parents are from the same village. So I'm always proud of Ekiti and Unilorin University. So when I was made the chancellor of the university, we decided to set up a 2G Olowolafe Foundation, all about giving back. I did not read Professor Yusuf Ali's notes today before I started giving back. But his son is one of my best friends in Abuja. So thank you. And I'm going to take this. I liked all your quotations from the Bible. You actually, you made me reconcile that one is not wrong by giving. There was one thing that you forgot to mention. When you give, it is soothing. You know, it makes you feel, it's therapeutic. It's nice. It gives you a nice feeling. But what we need more is also a bit of thank you. Thank you not in words, but in attitude. So what was he used for? How was he used? Who are the people that benefited so that you can do more? So we need to communicate. It has to be bi-directional. It cannot be unidirectional. Yeah, I'm challenged. I'm from University of Unilorin. I don't do this normally. I'm not competitive, but nobody will work for me fair and come and tell us you don't know how to do it. So I'm a retiree also. So one of my trustees is here. I'm sure he's panicking. What is this man going to announce? I have a feeling what would happen is that I probably deliver before the young man, because he's still going to Ife to perform. So, Vice Chancellor, sir, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Tunji Olowolafe Foundation, I will not donate more than 250 million naira just to make him happy. Thank you, sir.
Might be crazy with my baby. Sometimes you can take a break. Out there in the room, don't stay. Yeah, I don't care about the way. Got something along if you feel like a way is on. Got something along if you feel like happiness is on. Got something along if you feel like happiness is on. Got something along if you feel like that's what you want.
Thank you very much.
Come back and lose, talking this and that.
Dr. Sinji Ololafe, thank you for the donation. Well, we are taking this from him that it is therapeutic to give. So let's do more of it. That's what he's saying. Whatever definition you want to give him, that is looking at it from his own profession, that it is therapeutic to give. And the statement he made again that he will not donate more than 250 million, when that is tabled before the likes of Professor, that he will not donate less than 250 million. I know when that statement is tabled before Professor S. Abdurrahim and the likes of Professor Adedimeji, they might have more meaning, also. So we know that more things are coming behind. So we want to thank you very much, distinguished recipients of Award of Excellence. Thank you very much for the donations. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for them. And also to our distinguished alumni, we appreciate you so much. Well, the committee in charge of investiture, we want to present them to you, ladies and gentlemen. Please, the chairman. Members of the committee. You're not clapping, ladies and gentlemen, you're not clapping. What happened today didn't just happen. These are the people that made it happen. So we're presenting them to you, the Vice Chancellor. Where's Mubarak? Where's, okay. And of course myself. Well, to students who are here, the handshake of the Vice Chancellor is not cheap. All right, thank you very much. And everything we've been doing here was also transmitted live on Unilorin FM. We want to thank the management of the radio station. Thank you very much. Well, to put the vote of thanks in perspectives, I invite the Registrar of the University, Barrister Mansur Adeleke Afola.
The Vice Chancellor, I want to use you as a contact point to others that are here, because I know our time is fast spent. But if we fail to do this part of the program, it's like we're not being just to what Dr. Ololafe has said. Therefore, doing this is not only imperative, but it's very, very compulsory. I want to appreciate the God Almighty for making today a reality and making the occasion a successful one. He spared our lives and he made the occasion what we wish and what we pray it is. I want to appreciate our lecturer, Professor Yusuf Olaolu Ali SAN. He said it was a footnote, but having delivered the lecture, we all come to terms to say that it's not a footnote, but the content of the note itself. So we are quite appreciative of what you have done for us, and we thank you for being there for us always. Each time we become on you, you answer to our calls, God will continue to answer your calls as well. I want to appreciate the Vice Chancellor who actually conceived this idea. He shared it with the management that is in his usual character. And of course, he walked the talk. The God will continue to enrich you in wisdom and will continue to be sufficient for you in all ramifications. I want to appreciate our royal fathers who have equally found times out of their tight schedule to be with us here this afternoon and make this occasion a successful one. It was remarked here in the course of the program that the former principal officers, especially the vice chancellors and their lieutenants who are here, have done much for this system. If the foundation was not well built, probably what we're celebrating this afternoon may not come to be. And of course, given the testimony of Dr. Oluwolafe, if they have not done well enough, perhaps we'll not have the persons like Professor Dr. Oluwolafe. I want to say that history is being made today because people that we have in our midst, the honorees, they are distinguished people in the society. And Professor Oluwolafe, always being modest in his submissions, has made it clear that everybody is recognized. We recognize even those that we have not mentioned in this award. Another one is coming, and you will be thought about, you will equally be awarded. I don't want to take much of our time because I know our people that are here, the honorees, they have to sacrifice their time. Having sacrificed same while they were in school, they have come to sacrifice to grace this occasion and make it a colorful one as well as a successful one. We are very grateful to you all. I want to appreciate the staff and students of the university for the support you are giving to the current regime. We don't have anything to hide. We are quite transparent, and part of our being transparent is what is playing out this afternoon. We appreciate you for your cooperation and support. The organizing committee, we appreciate you. You have done wonderfully well. And of course, those that will blow us to the outer world, the gentlemen of the press, each time we call on you, you are you respond to our call. We pray that God will continue to be with you. Finally, the friends of the university, as well as friends and families of the honorees of today, we appreciate you. Thank you for coming and gracing the occasion. Thank you very much. Well, thank you very much. I want to, on behalf of I'm the secretary to council. Though Professor Lady says, don't say you are the registrar secretary to council, but here I have to say it, that on behalf of the council, the governing council of the University of Unilorin, Senate, management, students, and staff of the university, we want to appreciate those that have donated into the course of this program. Prominently, the distinguished alumni of the university, as well as the people of Award of Excellence, that is in person of Dr. Adeniji and Dr. Oluwolafe. God will replenish your purse with multiple. Thank you very much.
And just before we go on, an announcement, ladies and gentlemen. The last week of the month of November, later this year, has been set aside for the 50th anniversary celebration. So we are inviting all of you to join us from the 23rd to the 28th of November 2025, God willing. And after now, there will be networking and photo session outside of the auditorium. So please be part of this. Ladies and gentlemen, shall we rise for the Unilorin anthem, then after which we'll take the pledge, the national pledge. The national pledge. I pledge to Nigeria, my country, to be faithfully and honest, to serve Nigeria with all my strength, to defend our unity, and uphold our honor and glory. So help me. Thank you very much for coming around to be a part of this epoch-making event. Thank you for coming. That's